Hey pre-AP, so this is our last video for this 9 weeks. I'm going to be giving you guys a quick overview of everything we have done as we've been at home and get you guys set up for what's coming next. So hang on. So this is our home page for the past 8 weeks. I have left the To Kill a Mockingbird full text up here on top. That's not so much our focus as it is our project because we're doing more persuasive this 9 weeks. Don't forget you do have access to Springboard still. So if you have any of the lessons missing, remember they're all on Springboard. So beginning with the first week, this was March 30th to April 3rd. I had our first counting period check-in. This is what I called you guys. We had our introduction. We talked a little bit about Unit 4.1 and Unit 4.2 in Springboard. So I told you their goals, overview. We did a flip grid about what the nature of justice was. And then you also had activities 4.2, page 205. You were to either copy on a sheet of paper or write it on a Word document or even take a picture of it, print out and take a picture of it and submit it there, okay? Any of these ones you see, these like media albums, there were the days I was able to actually access Springboard, download it and put on here so that way you didn't have that extra step if you didn't want to. So we also have April 6th through the 10th. Again, remember we are working off of Springboard a lot. This is for lesson 4.4 on Springboard. So we talked about your lesson, what makes a good argument. We had different types of arguments, empirical, anecdotal, and logical evidence. And I showed you guys this website called Texas Gateway, where they talked about the difference between the two. You're supposed to do a quick write submission after doing part 2 of 4.4. Okay, and don't forget the lesson is also on the video clip right here. Right here you see the lesson. I walk you through on what you were supposed to be turning in. Okay, in April 12th to the 17th, okay, we were doing Springboard Unit 4, Activity 5. Okay, we had a discussion for Activity 4.5 that went over the first few questions. This is also going to be the anticipation guide when we're talking about our research, okay? You also had a little thing for To Kill a Mockingbird. We had started reading the text for chapters 2 to 3. You were to look at this mini assignment on a life at a rural farm in Iowa in 1930s, and you're going to compare it to the characters you see in To Kill a Mockingbird. So you had that scene where Scout was in school, and we meet the Cunninghams and the Yules and all the other farm boys, and how do they compare to what we see in that video, okay, based on what they say and how they act. Hey, EPISD home, April 20th to 24th. Again, we were doing Springboard. This is Springboard 4.6, okay. Remember the 4th lesson video is still right here. This one's really important because it breaks down what the submission is. So I had you guys stop and then like write things down. You're supposed to take a picture of all that stuff that I asked you guys to write and submit it on here for the submissions of 4.6. April 26th to May 1st. Very similar, everything kind of follows the same kind of idea. So we went over To Kill a Mockingbird again. I left it there for you. And then you had your submissions for activity 4.9. Again, the video has you stop and write things, and that's what you're going to submit. Now, this one did have a bonus. I got to show you guys what I had been doing that week, which was pretty much moving out of my classroom. I showed about 3 pictures. For those who had stuck around for last week's live lesson, you saw like everything. Mr. Smith has been sharing these wonderful photo logs of what's been going on to the campus. And we got another one, so if you're going to be joining us, yeah, please. May 4th to May 8th. So this one was very simple. I kept it very simple because I want you guys to focus more on the project. And this was the To Kill a Mockingbird mini test. This was a small comprehensive exam just to get you guys to see if you guys were reading and to make sure you guys understood what was going on. Then, of course, May 11 to May 15, that's when, the day that this video is being recorded, I went ahead and I started speeding things up for you guys because we're not going to be able to finish the novel like I had hoped. Um, so I did a quick summary of chapter 14 to the 15th. We are actually in part 2 of the novel right now, and we're heading to the Tom Robinson case, which is the most important part of this book. I wish I could spend like months on this, but unfortunately we don't have kind of time. Tom Robinson is a African American man who's being accused of raping the Yule's daughter, um, but testimony says that maybe she was the one that was trying to make advances, and it kind of changes the point of view of everything. Atticus really does show a very kind-hearted, very open kind of personality, and of all the people who are there, he's the one who really is accepting of anybody who is African American, and it's a big contrast to the rest of the people who are willing to, go against him just because of the color of his skin. And we're still seeing this now. We had the issue about down in Georgia about the runner. So yeah, it's still pretty prevalent today. And please, if you can, please read that section. I want to talk more about justice in that, but unfortunately, we weren't able to finish it. We do have how to embed quotes like a boss. This is to help you guys with your project, when you're doing your draft. So if you need to have your research and need to embed your quote, this is a great tutorial that I found, and she goes in full detail on how the best way to embed quotes to make it flow nicely and feel not like it's thrown in like a cookie cutter, but kind of has this nice flow, and change it up so it does sound more like your words, even though it's not your words, and you're still giving credit. Okay, that's a video I wish I had in college. So next one, we have EPISD final project. This was the big project. We started it on 4/24, where you guys came up with your topic discussion, what you guys want to do. I know a lot of you guys had trouble with Flipgrid or were afraid to participate. It's okay. As long as you kind of told me where you were going for at some point, I'm okay with that one. You had your pre-writing due. Pre-writing was just information you found, an outline possibly, anything that you could to tell me where you were going to go with this. That was a pre-writing. So you wrote anything you want, whatever you're going to go with, threw it on a Word document. That's to put it in pre-writing. Lets me know where you're going, what your topic is, where the research is. And I think we had a discussion that week so we can talk about what you guys were doing. So that way I was going to help you guys out. I had a few students who showed up for that one, and they did great. Okay. The draft, of course, is your draft, and I'm really sorry, but I did not get the assignment up. It was supposed to be up and open on the 6th, but the timer, I forgot to set the timer on it for it to pop up. So I had it there. I was like, why is nobody turning it in? Because it was my fault. Okay, so it's there. If you guys need to get that done, please do. Just whatever draft you have, just go ahead and upload that one, and I'll give you credit for that. And that was my bad. Okay. The final product, of course, is due on the 22nd. That's the last day I will accept it. So this could be anything. I have students who are doing editorials. I actually have a student who's doing video, so they are using QuickTime like myself. So I even have a student doing presentation like a PowerPoint, and I have a few who are doing a traditional essay. So whatever your choice was, that's fine. Okay. So your final product will be due on the 22nd, and I'll be actually the final product assignment is already up. So if you're already ahead of the game, you're great. Now for this week. So this week, if you notice in your folder, you have just this video. The whole purpose of this week is to get you guys caught up. Now I do have a couple of students who need to credit average. What that means is you maybe got a 60 last 9 weeks, or last semester you had a low score. This is your chance to pass. You need to make sure you check with your counselors or check on team to see what that number needs to be in order to pass. And I think I've contacted a few of you guys who need to credit average here, especially those who are really close. Now, keep in mind, this is really important if you're one of those people who failed last 9 weeks or looking to fail this semester. You need to pass the class. in order to be excused for the STAR exam. So if you do not get your credit for this course, you will have to take the STAR English 2 exam come December. So keep that in mind, please. And that's the whole purpose of this week and why it's only a video. I want to make sure you guys have the time to get everything up. And if you guys have noticed, this week's folder, it's up early because I want to make sure you guys do have that time. You have the weekend, you have the rest of the week. So if you've kind of been slacking, not been there, this is your chance to get caught up, okay? There's going to be no grammar quizzes for this upcoming week. No red ink lessons, no springboard lessons, nothing like that. It's just a chance for you guys to get caught up and turn in your final project, okay? My seniors, I think I have senior. Remember, everything is going to be finalized on May 15th. So that way you can be able to clear out. But I think you're fine. All right. So I really miss you guys, and I'm sorry we had to do this for the last 9 weeks. It was not fun for me, and I'm sure it wasn't fun for some of you. It's very frustrating to be just computer and only talking to a camera half the time. So I hope you guys have a great summer. If I don't see or hear from you, for those who are seniors or going to the graduation, I will be there working it. So I will hopefully see you there. So for the rest of you, I hope to see you guys next year as we continue on for your junior year in this brand new wonderful building we're getting built, okay? So wish you guys well. Be safe, be healthy, have a good summer.